Welcome. Welcome to the Sunday service. Welcome to the Sunday service. My name is Erica, and we're doing law enforcement officer recovery today. It's Sunday. Every Sunday, I am here live to show you how to do it because you know that you need to recover, but then you're like, when? And then how? So here I'm going to show you how. So feel free to join any Sunday that you can. It's always smart to set an alarm. I'm over here in Arizona, so account for the time change. Let your friends know about it. Let your boss know about it. Get up in it, okay? Recovery matters. What's going on? Almost a superhero, Agent Smolder, Mike 6868. Yo, for today's live stretch, we don't need anything. Except for maybe a couple pillows. I would suggest a couple pillows. It'll be good. Guess what I did yesterday? I went to a jiu-jitsu tournament with my boyfriend and my 2 kids, and he did fantastic. He won one of his matches, did not win the other 2, and it was really great. It was super fun. So today my son is competing in his very, very first competition. He's 12. So nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm very pumped about it. Okay. The first stretch that we're going to do, here's the thing with this stretch is it might not look like a lot, but because a lot of you folks rarely put yourself in vulnerable situations, it's really intense for some people. Okay. So just keep that in mind. So I've got a fairly big pillow and you'll see why. But if you have 2 pillows that you can stack up, great. All right. So the first stretch that we're going to do, I should have worn, gosh dang it. I never think this through. Okay. So the first stretch, if you've ever heard of it, they call it child's pose in yoga, but essentially you're going to sit back on your legs like this, and then you're going to open your legs really wide, just the knees. Okay. And my big toes are together. Okay, so sit back as much as you can, and then you're just going to come down onto your forearms. Okay, here's where having a pillow can be really helpful because depending on what kind of flexibility or mobility you have, this might be intense. If this is too much for you, do this on a bed. Take this, don't take me, take this to a bed, and it has a little bit more give to it. But you want to be able to try and sit your hips back. I know a lot of you have your butts up real high, and that's okay. But we're just going to sit here and try and relax the body as much as we can. Okay. If this is totally fine for you, if you want to move the pillow out of the way, you can. And then you can extend all the way out. My hips are not happy. So this feels intense for me right now, and it typically doesn't. So your body just always changes, and you never know, but it's all based off of like what's going on in your life, injury, shit like that. Okay. Let's start taking some super deep breaths. Try and relax your hip flexors and your low back as much as you can. So big, big, deep breaths. Just let it feel good. Oh, my hips. Oh, big deep breaths. Try and make the back side of your body get really, really wide and big when you inhale. So almost like spreading the ribs really wide. Maybe trying to expand your belly as wide as you can. So, maybe pushing your belly button away from your spine when you inhale. Yeah. So kind of get that big inhale down. And then you can start focusing on relaxing on your exhales. The ground is totally strong enough to hold up your body, so you don't have to tense up your muscles to be in a stretch like this. Okay, you can come in and out of the stretches if it's too intense. Let's do 2 more breaths. Work back up to your forearms. If you aren't there, then up to your arms. Oh my God. Okay. That was intense. Okay. If you're just popping in and out of the stream, bookmark this so that you can do it at a later time when you have time. Okay. Hips are important to stretch. All right. So we did one like that. The other one is, it's called a straddle stretch, where you're basically just sending your legs super wide open. And that's going to stretch out a lot of the inner thighs. You're going to get into your knees. For sure going to feel it in your low back. You're going to feel this all kinds of places. So options with this one, I really like doing it next to a couch. And here's why. You have options. You can take your legs out like this and put your feet against the couch. I don't know if you can really see that. But then you can put your head down on it. And this feels nice. If you don't have that type of mobility, which a lot of you might not, and that's fine, you're just going to put your legs against the couch. Okay. Oh, this is kind of nice to just pause here. This is quite enjoyable, if I do say so myself. And then you're just going to open your legs. Okay. Open your legs and just kind of let them lean onto the couch. This one is definitely the more like non-invasive. It's an easier one. Okay. Darcy, can you get your butthole out of the live stream? Please. Please. Thanks. I love you though. Okay. Let's work on those really deep breaths. I just posted a video last night of some of the differences. So why don't you kind of pay attention to the type of breathing that you naturally do? Start to notice if you breathe more into your chest or if your stomach moves more when you breathe. Chest moving or stomach moving. Okay. To practice the belly breathing, where we're engaging the diaphragm, which is how we're born. Okay. When we're not all stressed out, we're dumb little babies and we just come out and we're like, oh my God, I have no awareness of anything outside of the immediate 1 second right now. Okay. Our belly is just like reaching up towards the ceiling. It's expanding when we inhale, and our chest is like almost like non-moving. So we'll practice that. Belly button reach up to the ceiling when you inhale. It's kind of awkward. Yep. So belly button goes far, far away from the spine. The skin, the sides of the belly button reach out as well. Good. Let's do 2 more of that. Big belly breath. Okay. Check in with your legs. Let's see if maybe there's an area that you can relax a little bit. Okay. What's up, people on the internets? Oh man, I'm so glad that you guys are freaking doing recovery. Holy smokes. So I just met with this medically retired police officer. He was an officer for 18 years, and he started describing to me the way that PTSD kind of like snuck up on him. Okay, so before we go to the next stretch, bring your knees together, come out of the stretch. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Okay. Where are we out of time? 9:10. Okay, I'm going to do one other stretch and I'll finish out the story. This one is really intense. Let me just freaking start by saying that. Actually, what if we do a different one? Actually, it's this one. Lay back down on the ground. Lay back down on the ground, and you're going to grab one leg and you're going to pull your knee up. Okay.
pull it straight up to your chest, and then kind of let it fall out towards your knee. Okay. And then go ahead and hook your hand around that knee as much as you can so that you've got some nice compression happening in the hip flexor. And we're just going to try and relax this leg that's down. Okay. So he was telling me that he didn't really notice anything. Like nothing was really impactful. Like nothing really stood out about his health. Like nothing was really changing too much. And he said, but then the last 4 years, before he retired, he's like, everything just escalated really quickly. He's like, stay there. So he's like, if you're doing, I freaking lost you. Sorry. So he's like, if you think about it like a graph, he's like, my stress was kind of like this, and it was sort of like gradually going up. But then that last year, he's like, it really just took off. And he noticed just anxiety attacks or feeling like he was fainting, crying uncontrollably, dissociating calls, avoiding calls, things like that. You know, I just thought, man, I am so glad that all of you are doing your recovery, because that's just how stress in the body works. Are you wearing clothes? I'm recording.
Me?
Yep. And I'm telling, if you're not wearing clothes, stop and go back upstairs. I'm almost done.
Oh.
Let's switch to the other side. Sorry about my booty in your face, guys. Okay, let's switch to the other side. Pull that knee up really, really tightly, and then you can let it kind of like fall off towards the armpit. Give it a little hug and squeeze it nice and tight. Okay. Okay, stay there and breathe. All right. So here's the thing with stress is, no matter what, it's going to affect your body in very textbook ways. So it's not a matter of like, oh, I'll do it if I start to feel bad. Like your body will start to feel bad, but because you might be the type of individual that like pushes on through hard stuff or normalizes pain, whatever, you might just kind of like push it off. And then all of a sudden it just sneaks up on you. Doing recovery consistently enables you to be more in control of how your body handles stress. That officer that I met with was at this point where he had no control over it. So like some of you guys are worried that like if you deal with it, then you have to deal with everything. That's when that's not incorrect. At that point, when everything has like you've met your max capacity for holding in shit, it's uncontrollable. So if you're a person that likes to be more in control over how you express emotion, how you understand emotional data, feelings, whatever you want to call it, if you start being consistent with recovery, and by that I mean learning how to breathe. If you don't know how to deaccelerate your body, you're a liability. And you're also probably a really terrible person to be around. Because you're inconsistent, you're unreliable. People might not be able to trust you. Okay. So learn how to deaccelerate your body so you can do more of what you want to do. But then you learn to identify what's going on with your body. When you can realize what's happening with your body, you can apply whatever the thing is. Rehabilitation, breathing, stretching, time off from work, more time with your family, time alone, whatever that looks like. So anyways, I'm fucking proud of you for showing up. Remember to share the Sunday service. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, like. If you're on Instagram, share this post. It helps me and my team get this like vision of recovery out to all of the officers that we can. So thank you so much for helping us do that. Have the best Sunday ever. I will see you guys soon.